TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Marlins had 12 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Padres 7-3. Starling Marte had an outstanding 5 hits at the dish, leading the Diamondbacks past the Mets 7-6. He is among the National League leaders in stolen bases. Christian Yelich was clutch at the plate with 3 RBIs, helping lead the Brewers past the Bronx Bombers 4-3. As of today, he is the National League leader in slugging percentage. The Chicago Cubs finished off a 3-game sweep as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 4-0. The St. Louis Cardinals had lost their previous 8 games but put a halt to that as they took down the visiting Braves 4-3. The Boston Red Sox put up 16 hits on the day as they beat the visiting Rays 7-6. Hector Velasquez grabbed his second win of the year as the Orioles downed the Blue Jays 4-2. The Angels combined to allow only 4 hits as they dethroned the Royals 8-1. The Twins amassed 14 hits in the game as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 7-2. The win was their 5th straight as a team. The A's brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 9-4. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games. With the first-year player draft behind us, here's what happened on the diamond yesterday. Starting in the National League West, the Rockies knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got a road win against Arizona 4-1. The Los Angeles Dodgers got 11 hits overall as they took down the visiting Braves 5-0. Joey Lucchesi won his 4th game thus far, helping the Padres get the win over the Giants 7-2. The Philadelphia Phillies combined for a The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the National League West, the Colorado Rockies sent 3 balls into the seats as they took down the visiting Braves 3-1. In the standings, the Rockies sit in second place in the National League West Division, while the Braves are in first place in the NL East. The Miami Marlins only allowed 2 hits in the game as they made it a laugher against the Diamondbacks 10-2. Entering the day's action, the Diamondbacks are in 4th place in the NL West, and the Marlins are in last place in the NL East. The Giants broke up their 5-game losing skid as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 4-1. As of right now, the Dodgers are atop the NL West, while the Giants are 3rd in the division. The San Diego Padres put together 10 total hits as they got the best of the Brewers at home 5-4. Heading into the day, the Padres sit in last place in the National League West Division, and the Brewers are in 4th place in the NL Central. The Mets earned the 3-game series sweep as they took down the visiting Mariners 4-3. As of today, the Mets sit in 4th place in the National League East Division, and the Mariners are in 3rd place in the AL West. The Phillies allowed only 5 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Angels 5-2. In the standings, the Phillies are in 3rd place in the NL East, while the Angels sit in 3rd place in the American League West Division. The Cubs finished off a 3-game sweep as they ran over the Reds 11-5. Entering the day's action, the Cubs are in 1st place in the NL Central, while the Reds are 2nd in the division. The Washington Nationals grabbed 13 hits in the game as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 5-2. At the start of the day, the Pirates sit in last place in the National League Central Division, and the Nationals are in 2nd place in the NL East. The Cardinals smacked 15 team hits as they defeated the visiting Yankees 11-8. As of today, the Cardinals are in 3rd place in the NL Central, and the Yankees are in 1st place in the American League East. Bo Bichette drove home 3 runs as the Blue Jays nabbed the win against the Indians 4-2. He is in the top 5 in the American League in hits. In the standings, the Blue Jays sit in 4th place in the American League East Division, while the Indians sit in 1st place in the American League Central Division. The Baltimore Orioles allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they grabbed the win in a walk-off against the Rays 2-1. Entering the day's action, the Orioles sit in last place in the American League East Division, and the Rays are 3rd in the division. Gregory Soto earned his first victory of the season, leading the Tigers to the win over the White Sox 2-1. As of right now, the Tigers sit in last place in the American League Central Division, while the White Sox are 3rd in the division. The Red Sox combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 7-2. At the start of the day, the Royals are in 4th place in the AL Central, while the Red Sox sit in 2nd place in the American League East Division. George Springer was a major force at the plate with 6 RBIs as the Astros downed Oakland 13-4. In the standings, the A's are in 2nd place in the AL West, while the Astros are atop the division. The Texas Rangers combined to give up just 5 hits as they stole a victory in extra innings over the Twins 4-3. Entering the day's action, the Rangers sit in last place in the American League West Division, and the Twins are in 2nd place in the AL Central. And that's what's happening around the baseball world heading into today. Join us again tomorrow for the latest from around Major League Baseball. It's September 1st. Welcome to Inside the Show as rosters have expanded. Starting in the National League West, the Colorado Rockies pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 7-2. The Arizona Diamondbacks totaled 11 hits as they manhandled the Marlins 8-0. The San Francisco Giants got 12 hits in this one as they crushed the Cubs 6-0. The Baltimore Orioles picked up 14 hits in total as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 8-7. The Pittsburgh Pirates pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they got the best of the Brewers at home 3-0. The St. Louis Cardinals knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took the win in extra innings over the Phillies 5-3. The Tampa Bay Rays allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 3-2. The Yankees totaled 13 hits as a team as they took down the Red Sox on the road 8-1. The Minnesota Twins grabbed 13 hits in the game as they bested the visiting Indians. The regular season is winding down, but the postseason races are heating up. Here's how yesterday's nail-biting action went down. Starting out in the NL West, the Diamondbacks swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they toppled the Rockies 10-4. As of right now, the Rockies are in second place in the NL West, but they currently hold a spot in the NL wildcard race. And the Diamondbacks are 4th in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Mookie Betts was fantastic at the plate, collecting 5 hits as the Dodgers were winners over the Padres 12-3. Heading into the day, the Padres are in last place in the NL West. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Dodgers are atop the division, 4 games up. Ben Gamel added 3 RBIs to his total, helping lead the Brewers past the Giants 5-3. At the start of the day, the Giants are in 3rd place in the NL West, 19 games out of first, while the Brewers sit in 3rd place in the National League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Astros totaled 13 hits as a team as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 11-3. As of today, the Braves are in 4th place in the NL East, 10 games out of first. And the Astros sit in 1st place in the American League West Division, an impressive 10 games ahead of second. The Marlins put together 10 total hits as they got the best of the visiting Mets 4-1. Entering the day's action, the Marlins sit in last place in the National League East. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Mets are 3rd in the division, 9 games back. The Nationals held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 2-1. Heading into the day, the Nationals sit in 2nd place in the National League East Division, but they currently lead the NL wildcard race, while the Phillies are atop the division. They hold a comfortable 5-game advantage. The Cubbies combined for 10 hits as a team as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 6-3. As of right now, the Cubs sit in 1st place in the National League Central Division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second. And the Cardinals are 4th in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Reds finished off the 4-game sweep as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 11-7. They now have 5 straight wins. In the standings, the Pirates are in last place in the NL Central. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Reds are 2nd in the division, 17 games out of first. Luis Severino won again on the mound, winning his 20th this season, helping lead the Yankees to a win over the Rays 2-1. He is among the AL leaders in wins. As of today, the Yankees are atop the American League East Division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second, while the Rays are 3rd in the division, 20 games out of first. Richard Blyer keeps on winning, now has 21 this year, as the Orioles took down the Red Sox 7-3.
Play ball. Take your base, ball 4. 4, take your base. 3. Ball 4, take your base. Take your base, ball 4. That hit him. He's got 3.
Number 72, Tyler Neville. Now, number 45,
3.
Scott Wilson.
3. 3.
Now coming into pinch hit, Wilmer Defoe.
3.
The batter, the pitcher, Colton Welker. Ladies and gentlemen, your
3.
number 24,
3.
Noah
3.
Ramirez.
Ball 4, take your base. Ball 4, take your base. Take your base, ball 4. Ball 4, take your base.